Hi, everyone, and happy return to the Help Coin. I hope that everyone had a fantastic day. However, you actually received 3 days off. You could say I'm a bargain shopper, honestly. Give this episode a listen. We're going to discuss the Ripple versus SE update and the significance of diversifying your digital asset portfolio. What is the status of consensus? Ethereum, the complementary pass part 2 of Heathgate is almost here, and after that, we'll talk about Cambridge and how the XRP ledger will serve as the link between everything. Without further ado, take a seat back, unwind, and let's dive into a discussion on Bitcoin, which is now down 3%. I'll just give you a little update, because this morning it was down 3%, and it's still down 3%. At $65,034 of theory, 1% currently stands. The value of the dollar is still fixed at 3,500 USDT, up 2.6% from the previous close. Given that USDC is earning 99 cents per XRP kid, whoa man, it's 49 cents, lean and mean. I now shared this morning with you. Additionally, I think that yesterday and the other days kind of blend together and that the markets will drop a maximum of 10 to 15%, if at all, and perhaps as little as 7%. However, that's how it is. You know that when we search for bottoms, this is the closest thing we will be able to find to a bottom. We won't precisely time this timing issue. We won't be able to accurately determine where the positions will be located. This is where the Bitcoin goes from 65 to 60,000. All right, XRP drops from 49 to 46 cents. Well, what's the big deal in the grand scheme of things? Should you purchase XRP at 46 or 49 cents? The only thing that matters when discussing 3, 4, 5, or $10 XRP is that you should have dollar cost averaged in and bought during dips, as this is what most people who are new to cryptocurrency do. Because it's a mindset that takes over, they buy when this thing starts to go up. They begin to wonder, what if this is the last dip and everything will only get better? Because of the way the cryptocurrency markets operate, where things rise and fall, DCA is your closest and most valuable ally. We now understand why it is important to diversify your holdings of digital assets. As you can see, a lot of people are investing in cryptocurrencies. They don't branch out, I committed the error in 2017. I'll also give you the tale. You are most likely going to cry a little. I'm sure you'll feel sorry for me. Back in 2017, I was a man who was new to the cryptocurrency sector and didn't fully comprehend the technology. Didn't really comprehend the situation. I assumed that anything I invested in would yield enormous returns, that if it was more expensive, I would receive a larger return, and that everything would eventually resemble or surpass the value of Bitcoin in 2017. As soon as I reached $17,000, $18,000, I had that thought. After 7 years, I became blind. Here we are. I think I currently own between 15 and 20 distinct cryptocurrencies, and that number only increased since the beginning of this year when I began purchasing those additional assets. Indeed, in 2017, had I not been wearing my blinkers and had I known as much about the markets and diversification as I do now, I would have been 15 to 20 millionaires. That's why you want it. That's how much money would have had. For that reason, why did what transpire? For those of you who don't know, the chain link used to be set at 17 cents, 20 cents, and 30 cents. Chain links were currently selling for a very low $15. If I had just taken the time to conduct the necessary research and recognize that there won't be a single winner at this point, is I right? Don't invest in XRP instead, sell it to move on to other things. No, what I'm saying is that everyone should have been making weekly purchases during the 3 years of the bear market. I don't care whether that weekly bias is $5 or $10 every week over the course of 3 years. That adds up. I made weekly purchases for Casper for a total of maybe 15 months. I've been doing it for XLM for about a year and a half, but right now I'm doing it for Quant. My DCA is going to be so low after all of this that when these things do move and if some other assets outperform, for example, or Chainlink outperforming DOT or DOT outperforming XLM or HBAR outperforming Casper or XRP outperforming everything, I will be well positioned in all of these different cryptos because I am diversifying my money. I buy weekly. It doesn't matter how many coins you can obtain for $1. It's all about the profit those coins will provide for you. By that, what do I mean? It's easy. You can obtain 10,000 XRP, which you might have done so for 50 cents. 10,000 seems like a pretty appealing figure. However, if XRP only performs a 2x and you choose to buy Polkadot, Chainlink, or Casper, the stock with the greater valuation, let's say Chainlink because it is currently valued more, we'll refer to it as $15. Even though you only have 200 Chainlink compared to your 10,000 XRP, you will ultimately make a lot more money if Chainlink performs 5x or 10x. Therefore, it doesn't matter how many queens you actually hold. To be completely honest, it took me around a year and a half to move past that, as I used to focus only on the quantity of coins I received back. Ultimately, though, the question is how many excess will that return generate for you? Hey JJ says, do you think you could plug it in for $100 to people? A $100 chain link is locked in and 100% guaranteed to hit over $100. I'm telling you right now, we may be approaching the 2 to 250 mark on the chain link, in my opinion. About $14. This isn't investment advice. I'm not giving you instructions. I am informing you about my actions. Take it or leave it and use it whatever you see fit. Examine this. I gave it a call. We have Mother Coin. We have Father Money. And now that my Discord is ringing, what have we got? Yes, we do have a sister coin. Who is releasing a brother coin, since that is the next big thing in XRP jobs. But by the end of 2025, stable coins will be accepted as legal tender virtually everywhere, according to Jeremy Lair's amazing prediction from Circle. He is correct. 7 trillion, that is. Is that the phone number? Was that 3 trillion or anything similar only from steady coins? Why, in your opinion, is Ripple pursuing this tether in order to regain dominance? I'd want to get straight into the first SEC lawsuit update from Ripple. A student has already commented on it, saying, hey, this is a big win for consensus. Though there are still uncertainties, does this imply that the SEC does not consider sales of Ethereum and consensus offers to be securities transactions? Moreover, Ethereum is not a security in and of itself. What will Gary Gensler respond to a question about the current state of staking in MetaMask now? The government should not regulate in this manner. Yes, since they select the victors and vanquished. What a wonderful question. Thus, agreement has been reached. Despite the fact that we were aware of their Ethereum fundraising efforts and initial coin offering ICO to finance the business, but now, what will Gary Gensler say? He's been questioned because, as you might imagine, he will be questioned Ethereum is not the same as a security. This question will be posed to him 100 times. What will be his response? This makes it obvious that his response should be no, it's not how much did Ripple spend battling, I wondered, against the SEC. And I want you to compare it to my estimate of what consensus spent. Institutional sales of XRP and Ripple are still being made. Institutional sales representatives to reputable institutions that the SEC will undoubtedly be aware of, but there is also a consensus on those who are offering disguised whales and encouraging customers to fabricate identities. As a result, they were able to purchase an unlimited number of tokens, and although their ICO was never held, we XRP holders pay attention and express your desires. You're not on one side of the fence here. The litigation had an impact on the price of XRP. The most important thing is that this must end in order for Ripple to continue operating and growing within the United States, to restore on-demand liquidity, to win back MoneyGram support, to threaten and intimidate Western Union, to win over PayPal, to use Ripple stablecoin, to enable payouts, and to win over Amazon, which will be the main beneficiaries of XRP and on-demand liquidity. We still need to ask ourselves this question, though. Why is Ripple still being sued for institutional sales? Institutional sales in which we are certain of the destination and intended use of the XRP, in contrast to what was essentially done illegally on the black market by consensus and were still present. 3 years later, in 2024, I'm going to leave it there, people washing their hands, being friendly to one another, and scratching our brains while creating YouTube videos in an attempt to anticipate when we think the case will conclude.